Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out. It's Potts. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Great play by the quarterback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At midfield, he's got room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. He's up to 49 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. Lost to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things we love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year, the juices are flowing, you march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
So Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit.
versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Gets him to the back. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. He might want another play. Third down play from the gun. Back open in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down was big.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Harris. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looks as if he's going to run it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Calls his own number. Got enough for the first down. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Floats it out in space. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gator! Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks the tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Carney. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Carney. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a rhythm.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Carney. Inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Going to the run, it's Carney. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. With the run on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. Kick another one. It's third and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the field goal unit is on the field. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, plays, that's when you break those big, long runs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Creates a little space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a crease. It's Carney. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to escape and get it himself. The defender missed. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. He's up to 55 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack, because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up, but those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Runs through the tackle. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football.
Touchdown, Gator! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Hands it off. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And it's incomplete, going going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Powers through the defender. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun on third down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first two quarters of football there today in Vegas. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got fourth down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the first.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the tone in this game. They've been the more physical team, so I like the play.
Punch it out of the air. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing it.
Sprinting away. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Jayhawks team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got him downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out fast. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Toss sweep right. Got room to work. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
The old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Gay. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harris. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just...
Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting...
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Going to run it. It's Reese. Shows him the stiff arm. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wibbles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Right on the money. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The bullet on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneak gets it done.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a... They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
Here we go.
Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
He's moving out of the pocket. Got rid of it just in time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be...
He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.